Welcome to the fourth episode of the Rugby for All channel. In this video we will go through the Australia vs South African lineup as a preview. I will also give you some interesting stats that I could find, so if you enjoy this video please give a thumbs up by smashing that like button and even better subscribe to the channel. Let's jump straight into the lineups. Most notable selection in the forwards for the Springboks. Rassie has chosen Ulrich Louw to start in the number 8 jersey and Kwagga Smith to come off the bench. And in the back line it's Sasha time, with Sasha Feinberg-Mngomezulu getting a first start in the number 10 jersey and Andre Pollard to come off the bench. Potential issues for the Boks lineup is that there's only two specialised locks selected in Eben Etzebeth and RG Snyman. So will they both need to play 80 minutes, or will one of them come off and Pieter step to Toy to move into the lock position later in the game? I guess we will only find out during the game. For Australia, the most notable selection is the two debutants in Carlo Tizzano and Luke Reimer. Carlo Tizzano to start at loose forward, and Joe Smith went with a 5-3 split, meaning only one loose forward will come off the bench, with a second debutant Luke Reimer to come on. My thoughts immediately went to say Australia will struggle to compete at the breakdown. There's only 4 loose forwards selected for Australia in the matchday 23, with Rob Valentini, Carlo Tizzano, Harry Wilson and Luke Reimer to come off the bench. 2 of these loose forwards are debutants, whereas the Springboks loose forwards will come with pace and energy, even when substituted, as Rassie has selected a total of 6 loose forwards in the matchday 23, with Siya Kolisi, Pieter Step du Toit, Ulrich Louw, Ben Jason Dixon, Marco van Staden and Kwagga Smith. This is a must-win game for the Springboks if you look at the test match experience alone. The Springboks are way more experienced than the average test cap per player in the Springbok lineup for this game is 48 test caps, whereas the Australian lineup, the average test cap per player is less than half of that of the Springbok squad, sitting at 23 caps per player. With that being said, rugby is a strange game where anything can happen on the day with the right circumstances. Going into the Rugby Championship, the Springboks have played 4 international games between June and July against Wales, 2 against Ireland and 1 against Portugal, and have issues when it comes to discipline. In their 4 games, they've been shown 4 yellow cards and 1 red card, so discipline might be an equalising factor come Saturday. Australia also struggled in the discipline department leading up to the Rugby Championship. The Wallabies played 3 games in July, 2 against Wales and 1 against Georgia, and walked away with 2 yellow cards and 1 red card in 3 games, so discipline will be a focus point for both teams come this weekend. Australia failed for the first time to make the Rugby World Cup knockout stages last year, and this weekend they will be facing the world champion Springboks. Bookies have the Springboks to win the Rugby Championship at odds 1 to 0.66, and Australia is last in the odds to lift the trophy at the end of the competition, with odds of 28 to 1. I personally feel that Australia needs a good Rugby Championship this year to gain positive momentum, otherwise next year, with the British and Irish Lions coming, it'll be a long series down under for the men in gold. Australia will host the Springboks in a sold-out Suncorp Stadium on Saturday with a capacity of 52,500 people. According to the stats that I could find, this will be the first time that the stadium is sold out for a rugby game since 2013, when the Wallabies lost against the British and Irish Lions. The weather report is looking perfect for rugby with a low of 12 degrees and a high of 23 degrees, with a slight chance of rain, but the prediction is less than 1 millimeter during the game time, and humidity is sitting between 50 and 60%. With the local kickoff time being in Australia at 2:30, South Africans will have to wake up early to watch the game, with kickoff in South African time being 6:30 in the morning. Australia and South Africa have played at the Suncorp Stadium 10 times before since 1997. Australia have won 9 out of 10 times between these two nations at this venue, and also gave the Springboks their biggest loss between these two nations at this venue back in 2006. In the past 5 games between these two nations, Australia has won 3 and the Springboks has won 2. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. I will see you in the next one.